Hello, greetings, and welcome to Beyond Books, where we talk about books and go beyond. I'm your host. I'm Renee. Co-host is Raina, and today her snack of the day is Milk-Bone Minis, little flavor biscuits. So we'll get her started with one of these because we are going to get started, excuse me, on a review of my book of the month for May 2025, and that was The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North. Now, the genres for this book are thriller, mystery, crime, and suspense. Goodreads also has horror, but no, it's not horror in my opinion. I think crime fits the genre. It fits the genre of crime much more accurately, and so I substituted that for the horror that they had. It was published on May 13th, 2025, so it's brandy dandy new. So let's talk about it. This is my first novel that I ever read by Alex North. Let me show you his picture here on the jacket flap. That's Alex North. Other books by him are The Angel Maker, The Shadows, and The Whisper Man. He is a British author, and the jacket cover also says that he was published under another name, and I don't know what name that is. I tried to look it up, but apparently the name Alex North and that other name are both pen names. So if anyone knows what the other name is, then drop it in the comments. Okay, so what is this book about? Well, I really can't say too much because it is a thriller, and I don't want to give anything away. The less you know going in, I think the better reading experience you have when it comes to a thriller. However, I will say this, just so you have your trigger warning. It is about a ruthless serial killer who abducts young boys. So, that's the trigger alert there. Now, nothing in the book is particularly graphic, but just the emotions of having a young child removed by force and unlawfully from their family, could definitely be enough of a trigger for some people, I'm sure. So it might be good for some of you at least to be aware of that before going in. But just to set up the story a bit, I'm going to talk a little bit about the first chapter. If you want absolutely no spoilers, then you probably should skip this part. But if you just want a little more info to see if it's a good fit for you, then by all means, I'm going to do my best to set this up without any spoilers. The story starts with something that happened 25 years in the past, and that is that a family who is traveling together stop at a rest stop. They're called the Garvey family, and it consists of the mother, the father, and a young son named Dan. The father is John Garvey, and he is a police officer. Dan's neighborhood friend, Sarah, is also with them. Now, Dan is about 12 years old at the time, and just as the family is ready to leave and return to the road, Dan decides that he needs to use the restroom. So he goes in, and he sees a slightly younger boy who appears to be very thin, wearing dirty clothes that are too large for him, and the boy looks very, very frightened. He stares at Dan in a way that makes Dan feel his desperation and his terror. It's like the boy is like silently calling out for help. Now, from one of the stalls where the boy is standing in front, there is someone whistling inside. And Dan can see underneath the stalls a large pair of very dirty work boots. Now, remember that he's only 12, so he's afraid not only for the other boy, but for himself as well. And he ducks very quickly into the bathroom stall. When the man comes out, the man kind of stops in front of the stall that he's in. And he says, "Nobody sees and nobody cares." Now, once they leave the restroom, Dan comes out of the stall, and a clue as to who the man and boy might be has literally been dropped for him to find. Other people now, of course, did witness the man and the boy together at this rest stop, and they also noticed, as Dan did, the dirty, mud-streaked camper that they came in with. But even though everything was reported to the police were unable to make any arrests or any victim recoveries based on what was reported to them that day. So Dan has always felt very guilty for not doing something right away to help the boy. He's never forgotten the incident. He has grown up to be a successful person. He is a psychologist, and he's even done some criminal profiling. Now, in the meantime, his father, who, as I say, was a police officer, has been kind of fighting his own demons and has retired from the police force. Strange things start happening again in the area that they live, and it seems to be related now to that long ago crime, and in particular to that very day that the man was seen at that rest stop. So the author then takes us back and forth between the present day and past events, and we get a lot of insight into the dynamic between Dan and his father, along with tons of twists and turns as the crimes of the past are revisited and the new crimes now are investigated. So, what did I think of this book? Well, I think that the characters are very well done, and the relationships between the characters are really rich with emotion. The book is, in fact, a roller coaster of emotion. There's a backstory with Dan and Sarah, his childhood friend, and there's a backstory with Dan and his dad as well, as I've mentioned. Dan and his dad really are both very sensitive people. So the whole book has this sense of it's not only what is reported or what's seen with your eyes, but the feelings that you get too. They're both very sensitive, as I say. So the events of that day really struck both of them in a lot of ways. Now, the book is incredibly suspenseful, as you can probably tell by my description of that first chapter. It has a lot of twists and turns that kept me on the edge of my seat. It is incredibly well written. Every chapter is spellbinding, and it just makes you want to continue reading on. This is a very gripping page turner. Goodreads has it at 4 stars. Amazon has it at 4.3. And I'm going to go all the way to 5 on this one. This was a 5-star read for me. I enjoyed it immensely. It is creepy. It is haunting. It is emotional. And it's all worth it. I'll gladly keep an eye out for more Alex North books. I think I have a new favorite author here, really. So that's my book review of this dynamite thriller. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have read any of the other Alex North novels, please let me know in the comments, because I would love to know what you think and maybe a recommendation for what I should read next. Please consider subscribing if you have not already. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. One more snack for the road. And I thank you for watching. Have a great day.